In one of my most recent videos, my husband Joe and I went to Smart and Final to shop for some spices, and we saw this fajita seasoning mix with no MSG, but I decided not to buy it because the bill was already getting big, and this bottle was $10.99. We can make this at home ourselves, and we can make it in small batches, alright? So let's take a look.
You're watching the Beer Pantry Show.
We're gonna add some chili powder to this little bottle. Jada's friends always save me these little unique bottles so that I can make my own spice mix for anything that I need. So let's get another teaspoon of chili powder, and then onion powder, half a teaspoon. By the way, I found out why my onion powder was getting rock hard. It's because you have to store it in the fridge. They say store the onion powder and the garlic powder in the fridge, and so that's what I'm doing now. So this is some cumin, just half a teaspoon, and only a quarter teaspoon of cayenne. Salt. I'm gonna put the list of ingredients down below in the description, alright? And then cornstarch. Okay, one last serving right there, and then sugar. A little bit of sugar, guys. That's the secret. All right, I'm gonna shake it up. And then while I'm shaking it up, I'm checking the list, and I realize I forgot the ricotta or paprika. You guys use paprika if you don't have this ricotta, which is annatto, okay? Shake it up, and this is it. Just store it for when you want to do a fajita dish, and it'll do like one serving of chicken or shrimp or beef. And this is the book. You can find it in the pantry laid bare. So now what I'm gonna do is make a small little monkey bread for a friend because she's having a birthday today, and she actually invited Joe and me out to dinner with her and her family, and we're so excited to go. But I have to take something. I just can't go empty-handed to a friend's birthday party, and I miss Beer Pantry. What? So let's make this monkey bread. To make the monkey bread, it's not difficult at all, guys. I have some all-purpose flour in this bowl with some active dry yeast, and we're not going to be activating the yeast in the regular way that we normally do, but we are going to kind of activate it, so stick around and watch, okay? 1 tablespoon of granulated white sugar, and then to the bowl I'm adding some vanilla pudding mix, and then some vegetable oil, just a little bit, because this is going to be a small monkey bread because I want it to fit in this little gift box, all right? So let me grab some warm water from the faucet. Doesn't have to be too hot. Lukewarm will do. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour it onto my dry ingredients here and whisk to make a batter. So we're making kind of a starter, but it's not going to be a sourdough starter, okay? Once I get it well incorporated, I'm just going to go ahead and clean it up with my spatula and then cover this up and set it aside for 15 minutes. 15, okay, 1-5. Now as this is being activated, I'm going to make the topping, which is some melted butter and some brown sugar. I'm just going to mix this up really well and then drop it into my little bundt pan. But let me tell you something that I noticed a few years ago on Instagram. Oprah was showing off that she was having this big Thanksgiving dinner, and she hired this master chef, I don't remember his name, and his big thing was making monkey bread. And she said, you will not believe how difficult it is. And what a fantastic job he's doing. Like, Oprah, shut up. This is so easy to do. A child can do this. You guys saw me add the flour, right? I'm not going to add any salt, although you can add a pinch of salt. And this recipe is in my book that's called The Bread Book You Need, that you can pick up at Amazon. All right, get this worked in. Then I'm going to knead this dough until it's smooth. You guys comment below and let me know if you want me to get a few of the books that I sell at Amazon and have them on stock or in stock at my website, so you guys can buy it directly from me. Let me know if that's a thing that you'd like to see me do, okay? Maybe I could get like 5 each. We'll see. So I'm flattening out the dough right away. I did not set it to rise for a second time yet. That's coming up. Just hang on, okay? So remember, the first rise was 15 minutes. And then I'm just slicing these up like to cube them. I'm speeding up in the editing, okay? And the reason why you see the knife moving kind of funny here is because the knife is kind of trying to stick in the dough, and I don't want to disrupt what I'm trying to cut. So grab the little pieces, get you some cinnamon and white sugar, and I always have this stuff mixed and jarred because it makes life easier for me. So just go ahead and toss everything in here. You can grease the pan a little bit too if you want to with butter, but I chose not to do it this time because it's going to come out. Don't worry. Okay. Drop all the pieces in the cinnamon sugar and just toss it evenly in the pan. And Joe still hasn't fixed my oven yet. The part is here, but he's been doing so much, guys, that he doesn't have time to fix the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and bake this in the toaster oven. It should go for like a half hour, but it might have to go longer because the toaster oven is that much slower. So we're going to cover this up and let it rise for 15 minutes. That's the second rise. And then I've preheated the toaster oven, and now I'm going to go ahead and put it in. This is half hour later, and it still needs to go a little bit more. We all love to eat out, but unfortunately for some of us, it's not the healthiest option. How would you like to make better than restaurant quality meals at home? With my second cookbook, The Pantry Laid Bare, you can make Chinese food without all that added MSG. Breads and bagels are a cinch because no appliances are needed. Pizza. It's not delivery, it's the stovetop. With 3 ingredients plus warm water, make a thick batter. Spread in a cast iron skillet, then add sauce and topping of your choice. Cook 5 minutes uncovered, cover, cook 10 more minutes, then serve. These 111 recipes will bring out the inner chef in you. Get a copy today only at www.bearpantryshow.com. Shop safely and securely at www.bearpantryshow.com. So it went for about 40 minutes. Let me go ahead and dump this from the pan. I let it sit for about 5 minutes. Then I've dumped it, and some of the sugar is left in the pan, so I'm just going to scoop it out and gently spread it while it's still warm because it's going to be spreadable. And after this cools completely, I'm going to put a glaze, and all the glaze is powdered sugar and some milk. Get it as thin or thick as you want. And I want this thick because I want this to look pretty so it can be presentable. And after the glaze has set and it's no longer dripping, I've put it in this beautiful box to give to my friend. And just in case you're wondering what's in the white box, it's a mini California lemon pound cake. And I have this in my book that's called No More Leftovers. It's a 7x3 cake, and I cut it in half to make it into 2 layers, and I put a lemon glaze in between. I make the glaze thicker so it can go in between, and then I thin it out to put it on top of the cake. And I wanted to do this because I know that my friend loves the lemon cake, and it's bigger where she can share it with her family. All right, so we're doing it in the toaster oven. Why? The oven is still broken.
This is the Bear Pantry Show.
Brisket and beef ribs?
Beef ribs, that's me.
And here we are at Lucille's, enjoying my friend's birthday dinner party with her and her family. It's a lot of coleslaw. Okay, the biscuits in the basket right here, sir. You grab it? You got it? It's good though. I don't think Jory's steering me wrong.